Hello everyone, I greet in the name of God Almighty. My name is Apostle Nathan Silas, and today we have a very interesting video to react to, and this one says that California man is now a woman. How can a man become a woman? It means that the end is near. But anyway, let's not go down into conclusion, but then let's check out, the video and see what is all about. I believe that this video is going to help us to shape our society, shape our religious bodies, and then also shape our families. So if today happens to be the first time of you checking out my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, before we get on to the video, I'm a theologian and I make this video not to discredit anyone's thought or opinion. This is basically for educational purposes, and I believe that at the end of this video we all are going to learn from this. So guys, without any further ado, let's get down to this video and check this out.
50% of U.S. adults, not Republican adults, U.S. adults perceive California to be decline, while Republicans particularly negative at 48%, not really American. Many Republicans view California unfavorably, with 30% believing it has a worse natural environment than any other state, and 40% not considering it a good place to visit. Christian Bork of Legger noted, if you are a more conservative American, you basically do not like California. Despite political division, 60% of adults nationwide see California as a trendsetter, with 70% of younger Americans expressing their sentiment. Well, move there. It's a great place for you. Additionally, younger individuals are twice as likely to consider moving to the state. Fantastic. Citing job opportunities as a primary reason, conservative attacks on California fueled by media and politicians contribute to negative views, with 75% of Republicans considering the state unsafe. Governor Newsom, progressive agenda, including climate and healthcare policies, has intensified this divide. Did you see the recent clip with the girl that was on oh, that's the one. Yeah. What's her name? She's the fitness.
Jillian Michaels.
What's her name?
Jillian Michaels.
Jillian Michaels. Go ahead and play this clip. I thought it was very interesting.
Trying to get Gavin to run for president for a very long time. And
are you serious? Are we living in Gavin Newsom's California? Why?
Yeah, and I'm sure your life is just a nightmare.
Look at him. Look at him.
Oh, right. You're
Moved
in
to
Florida?
Miami.
So, you know what?
Jillian, hit me up.
I'll tell you something.
Lived here my whole life.
In 2020, I've lived here since '83.
Okay.
And I love where I live.
Yeah,
I
no
love
shit.
California.
I lived in Malibu.
I'm dug in here. I did in 2020, when there was a week when the sun was blotted out from the sky because of fires, I did look at moving to Florida. Now, I think it was a little like when I was contemplating suicide when I was in high school and college. If I got laid once, I would stop to and I don't think I was ever really going to do it. But I did actually, or get married. You know, I was engaged once, but you know, there are things you in your life you're like, you know what, I might do that. And part of you is like, yeah, never going to do that. Okay. So, I mean, and I think moving to Florida is in that category, but I did look at it because I share your frustrations with California. I do. And those are the things I was saying to him.
I mean, this is one I think I could speak to
again,
pretty eloquently.
But are you happier in Florida?
Yeah.
What is it in Florida that compensated more than what you had here?
Everything.
It feels less crazy than it does here. Here, you just
Florida's less crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hear me out. Hear me out on this.
Really?
Here's
the
what I
place
mean.
where the people are on bath salts, like
Your
fucking
girl,
an alligator?
Sage Steele.
Yes, that's what we're all doing over here.
What was the moment when you felt like California had lost its mind? And it was a piece of legislation that I can't recall.
Did it affect your life?
But Bill,
did it affect your life?
Is the crime affecting our lives? Is the homelessness affecting our lives?
Was crime affecting your life here in California?
Yeah, absolutely. My house got broken into.
Your house got broken into?
Yes, and
he's shocked. He's shocked.
Relationship with PG&E. My house burned down in 2018.
Where's your house?
I lived in Malibu.
Nothing like Malibu.
Go
through a joke. It's a joke.
PG&E, there it is.
Joke. It's a joke.
I got
Things are rough out there.
By the way,
and it was so nuts. And guess who
Who wants to
Pat,
go first on this one? Go ahead, Vic.
and I made this point though,
We're making a joke about her house burning down. Wow, things are rough out there, and she quoted PG&E, which we were just talking about.
It's a clear case of, especially people like him, the elite. He's living in the hills. He's guarded. Dude, none of the things that are affecting average people is bothering him. And then when you ask him, like, he's like, oh, what was so bad? My house was burned down. You know what I mean? They broke into the house. Crime is up. And he's like, oh, really? Yeah, it is, Bill. You're out of touch, bro. He goes from his car to the house to the studio and nothing. He doesn't have to deal with anything.
Classic
the average
American liberal.
The average Californian does. And, bro, I'm telling you right now, when's the last time you were in California, Tom?
On purpose?
Yeah, but you see it, right? You're seeing the homelessness. You're seeing
when we went to the Republican debates.
Yeah,
we went.
Reagan National Library.
I'll tell you, I go to California, business, a random wedding, and unfortunately,
and you leave.
2 years ago, a funeral.
Yeah, and you leave.
So in other words, it's life appointments. It's not like, hey, let's take a vacation back and go down to Dana Point. Nope, sorry.
I just don't like
let's
the
go
shock
ski at Mammoth. Nope.
I don't like the shock factor of Bill. Like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Bill. Normal people have problems with the freaking state. It's going to shit.
Let me tell you, there's a difference between stereotypes and reality. Listen, born and raised in Miami, lived in Florida my whole life, went to Florida State. I've lived in every city up and down the state of Florida. The stereotype of we're all just having sex with alligators on bath salts is such a ridiculous slander. But here's the reality of going in California. And Bill talks about this all the time. It's so crazy. He can go to the 9th step. He just can't get to that 10th step. He's constantly talking about the wokeism. He's constantly talking about kids being indoctrinated, about the regulations, trying to build something on his house, an extension of a house that takes 7 years when it should have taken 7 days. He talked about the taxes. He's talked about the crime. He's talked about the homelessness. But there's some personal relationship with Gavin Newsom, which he mentioned on the podcast with you.
He loves him.
He said, I love him, that he can't just take that next step. So, yeah, here we'll get to that. So the reality is he's 90% there, but that he can't just basically recognize what the hell's going on here. You know, they say that Florida is Florida man. It's Florida man. Oh, he's having sex with alligators. Well, California man is actually a woman now because they're transitioning and all the kids are basically woke now.
Good point.
So what is California man to you, Bill? So that's like that. And then, you know, you want me to read this story right here? So I will say this. I'm a Bill Maher fan on Real Time with Bill Maher. Why? Because it's scripted.
And 30 writers are writing
and it's so well done. There's a difference between Club Random when he's just smoking a joint and just kind of like, you know, going on his own. But his writing on Real Time is fantastic.
It's not his writing, but go ahead.
But his writer, so I'll give him credit with that. But here's the story right here. Bill Maher rips America-bashing liberal celebrities who vowed to flee the country under Trump, yet they're all still here. Here's the story. So Maher bashed Americans who complain about living in the U.S., beginning with politicians like a progressive state representative candidate in New Hampshire.
Do you have a video on this, Rob? To just...
Oh.
Okay. Who posted on social media saying, I need to get out of this country. That's a candidate for Congress.
Go ahead and play it.
There's a long list of liberal celebrities who swear that, if a Republican is elected, and no one ever does. Miley Cyrus once said, I am moving if Trump is my president. I don't say things I don't mean. Here she is looking miserable, having to endure America at the Grammys last Sunday. I guess she flew back from Tajikistan.
Still here. But by the way, in that segment, he goes on to Eddie Griffin, still here. I think we have a couple pictures of that, don't you? Rob, I don't know if you want to pull that up. So Eddie Griffin, the comedian, he basically said, if Trump wins, I'm moving to Africa, yet still here. He talked about Miley Cyrus. Our friend George Lopez, we have to worry about immigration. We'll all go back. Nope, still here. So all these celebrities who are basically saying, I'm leaving to Canada, I'm fleeing to Canada. We've seen it on the Girls on the View, Whoopi Goldberg. All these people yet are still here. You know, talk is cheap, guys. If you want to leave America, okay, you can go get a one-way ticket to
Did anybody ever actually leave, Rob? Did anyone ever leave? Just because if they did, you got to respect them.
While he's looking, I don't think so. But you know, he has on his show, new rule. How about this as a new rule? If you ever publicly utter the words, I am moving out of the United States if, and that if happens, you have to leave. And don't let our flag hit you on the ass on the way out.
I love it,
I'm
Vinny.
tired of all this talk about how shitty this place is. And if this happens, it's just out of touch, insane people. It's like, just shut up. But I think, like, new rule. Okay, get the hell out of here then. Stop talking, because that if Trump wins, guess what? The odds are he is, if they don't freaking illegally try to hold him out, leave. Go. Where would you go? Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Americans
give
don't
you-
cut and run. Americans stay and fix it.
Rob, these are more people that threaten. I'm sorry,
Cher,
Tom. I
Cher's
just want
one
to
of
see
them.
this. Cher, and will Jon Stewart say that or no? On the bottom?
Yeah,
He said what? Did he really say it?
What do you say, though?
Jon Stewart said he also
getting in a
leave the-
rocket and going to another planet because clearly this planet has gone bonkers. This in
Okay, so
reference to
Neo,
Trump.
who else? Neo came around later on, by the way, I think. Chelsea Handler.
Oh, my girl. Yeah,
going.
shocker alert.
So hot.
I don't know who this is.
That's
Keep going.
Key
Key and Peele.
Oh, Key and Peele. Okay,
Oh,
got it.
Lena
Lena
Dunham
Dunham.
for sure.
She's
not
the
in
face
Canada
of Gen
yet?
Z, by the way.
Go to Canada.
Neve Campbell.
All these
Bryan
people.
Cranston.
Bryan
Keep going.
Cranston.
Yeah, shut up.
Miley
Who else?
Cyrus.
Barbara
Did she
Streisand.
leave?
No, Barbara's
No.
still here.
They're all still here, Pat.
Tom, go ahead, Tom.
So I'll give you 3 words on this: arrogant, petulant, and headlines. So first of all, it's arrogant to say, me and my great
Hoping you would
talent.
say Scotch as one of the things.
Yeah.
Go
You
ahead.
said it once.
Arrogance. Me and my great value, I will deprive you of me. That's just pure arrogance and self-importance. Petulant. It's like stomping your, I will hold my breath till I die if I don't get ice cream. It's just a petulant scream. And then what celebrity doesn't like headlines? And this is a way to get headlines, appearing to lead the resistance as this voice of the opposition. That's all this is. Nobody's ever serious about doing it. It's just arrogance, petulance, and looking for headlines.
That'd be great, though, if you think about it. If we had like a department of law enforcement that shows up to your house and goes, "Hey, Barbara, you know that if Trump won, you gotta leave, pack up your shit and go." I would love that.
I'd have if I was president, I'd have a new cabinet, Secretary of Consequences.
Yeah.
And when things happen like this,
Yeah,
I would say I am referring this matter to the Secretary of Consequences,
so
and we're
funny.
going to move straight
But
to it.
that's the beauty of America.
love it or
you
leave
can
it
talk as
department.
much shit as you want, and there's no accountability right
Yeah.
there. But Vinny wants to put a council of accountability out there.
100%.
If you threaten to leave, we gon' back it up.
Hey, brother, love it or leave it.
Hey, buddy,
get the hell out of
America.
here. You want that drink? I'll go get it, brother.
It fell?
Yeah,
Tuck and
okay,
roll.
that's what it is.
Yeah, that's American brotherhood right there. Guys, look at Vinny in that shot right there. Oh, yeah.
The way he did it.
Yeah, Vinny.
Damn right.
Vinny, one thing I know about Vinny, hates the camera. Does not.
Fast.
That is going to get spicy
That's
very fast.
Cuomo and Candace.
First time
DNC.
ever, Candace Owens and Chris Cuomo
Sick.
having a 3-hour conversation, not a 2-hour. We're going to touch up on so many different topics, issues. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. We'll be making some announcements on that day as well. So here's my suggestion to you.
Well, that's a very interesting video. Of course, we have all listened to this very podcast, and we had to understand what that is really happening in California, that a man can decide, you understand, to turn to a woman, even though this happens to be a political statement. If you look at it, you understand, in the time past, of course, we are fully aware of the reasons that make God to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, and this is the same type of thing that is happening. So if we feel as a people to condemn this kind of thing in the name of people having freedom, or because they have a right to do whatever they want to do with their bodies, then if God is to destroy us, He's going to destroy us all. But it will not depend with the relationship you have with God. We will decide to, after you die, if you're going to have another life. That is just a difference. It does not mean that if God is destroying the nation, He's not going to destroy me, or He's not going to destroy you. It's just about some of the things that we do. If it is in line with God's purpose, then we are safe. Else, otherwise, we stand destroyed, and then we end up in eternal hellfire. If you look at and understand what that is happening right now, you bear with me that this is one of the reasons why you see the Democrat do not want the Republican and Donald Trump precisely to become the president, because they all know that if Trump should become, you understand, the president again, he is going to stop all these people. He is going to stop all these homos. That is just the reality, because as you are giving birth in the hospital, one thing is written on your birth certificate: either you are a male or you are a female. Why should we say in the name of freedom, then people, you understand, will go on their own and then begin to choose the gender that they want to be in the name of having right to do whatever they want to do with their bodies? These are things that is not going to help us as a nation. This is something that will end up destroying what? Humanity. So if we do not come out, you understand, as people and condemn this kind of act, of course, he is going to what? To consume us all, if we fail to do that. And that is one of the reasons why people don't want Trump back in the White House, because they know that he is going to do the right thing when it comes to things like that. I am not saying that Joe Biden is a bad leader, but I am saying that you don't have to tolerate some certain things so that the people can love you, but then in the sight of God, those people would stand condemned. This kind of things don't happen in Islam, so why is it happening in a Christian nation? We that we says that, of course, that we fear God and we believe in our Lord Jesus Christ. So why don't we believe in his teachings? In the place of us trying to talk to people about love, does it mean that in the process of teaching to people about the love of Christ means that we should tolerate these kind of things? It's not going to help us, and that is why you see Islam keep rising, Islam keep growing. So what is actually happening to our religion is because of some of the certain things that we are doing that are not in line with God's purpose for our lives, and that is why we are facing what we are facing. And that is why you see here and there, of course, we keep on facing, you understand, challenges. So many things keep happening. Sicknesses from nowhere, you understand, will be coming to us. Why should we say we are serving God and be going through these kind of things? It ends up making us look like a laughing stock to people from other religion. It makes us look like we are not just serious, or we don't even know what we are serving. But then we have to come together as a people and keep politics, in a sense, aside and go for what we think that, in a sense, will help us so that we can get safe in case the trumpet is being blown today. This is a very sad thing that is actually happening, and all these things is happening almost in every innocent community. All these things is happening. We are experiencing all these things, and we are seeing these things in a sense right before our very own eyes. It means that the end is near. It means that the trumpet can blow at any time. It means that there is a need for us to return back to our Maker and reconcile, ask for forgiveness. He is a merciful God. I know that he says in his word that he is just, that he is going to forgive us of our all unrighteousness. But then before then, you have to go before him in total submission, in total surrender to him, and then seek for forgiveness, and he is going to show you mercy. A very sad thing that is happening, but we pray for God grace and God mercy upon our lives. So this is the end of my video. If you like my reaction, you should like, share, and subscribe. If you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it in the comment section, and I'm going to check it out. So guys, you remain blessed, and I see you in my next video. Bye.